Go ahead and start this off with Joseph Duarte from the Houston Chronicle. Joseph, go ahead with your question for Marcus, please.
Marcus, hi. Can you just give us a little insight on what went into your decision to come back to school?
Just I was going into the process. Just wanted to be 100% sure, not have any doubt. As in just getting drafted. So I had a little doubt going into it. So, and they both positives to me. So it wasn't a hard choice coming back to school to the University of Houston.
We'll go to Randy McElvoy from KPRC. Randy, go ahead with your question for Marcus, please.
Hey, Marcus, have you had a chance to speak with Coach Sampson? And if so, can you tell us kind of a little bit about that conversation?
Yes, sir. Just he's happy for me. I'm happy to be back. Just having a good player-coach relationship, and just about the Final Four being in Houston, and just me coming back as a veteran, a leader, coming to lead this team, and just knowing the expectations that we have. So it was a lot of serious talk about. So we was excited about it, and we're excited to get started working again.
Thank you, Randy. We'll go to Mark Berman with Fox 26. Mark, please go ahead with your question for Marcus.
Marcus, congratulations on your decision. What was your emotions like? What were you feeling inside when you came to the conclusion you were coming back to UH?
I was, relieved, excited. It was a lot of emotions. But yeah, most of it was just being excited, to come back to this city, knowing the fan base is going to be good, knowing the team will be well, me coming back, knowing the ropes, just happy to be here again as a leader. Didn't get to play last year, so kind of missed out on it. So just being able to come back and, rerun this with a lot of my teammates, I was really excited about it.
How much did the process help you become a better player?
I think it helped me become a better player a lot, just going against some of the top guys every single day, going to different camps with the top guards every single day. And then just being out here in Chicago, working with my agency group and just working 3-4 times a day, I just feel like it improved my game a lot.
We'll go to Greg Bailey with KTRK. Greg, go ahead with your question for Marcus, please.
Marcus, you mentioned the Final Four here in Houston. How much, if you could maybe expand on how much that played a role, and then how much does leaving a championship legacy, and I'm talking about maybe a national championship legacy, what would that mean to you if you guys could do that?
That having a Final Four in Houston was a big factor, because we'll have a lot of people at the game, like playing at home, and just, to leave on the national championship, that'll be, one of the best things that happened in my life. That'll be a thing I'll never forget with these group of guys. And then just the way it happened, me deciding to come back or stay in the draft. So coming back and then winning the national championship, that'll be, an awesome feeling. And then knowing the expectations that we have before the season even start, it just give us a chip on our shoulder to go out there and work even harder because we know what we got to do and we know what's expected of us.
We'll go to Jason Bristol with KHOU. Jason, please go ahead with your question for Marcus.
Marcus, thanks for doing this. I was curious what the feedback you got from NBA people, what your strengths are, what they like, and what they thought you needed to work on.
It was just, they liked me as, floor spacer, as in being able to knock down the shot, being a great defender on the ball. My playmaking ability was getting better, but they want to see it at a higher level. And just, being more of a leader, just being that alpha male, alpha dog, and just basically just having the confidence and things like that to actually be in the NBA. But I got a lot of good feedback from most of the teams.
Do you agree with that assessment?
Yeah, it's a good assessment. I feel like I could have went. I could have came back, but I feel like it was just the best choice for me to come back. It won't do nothing but help me. So I feel like just coming back, it'll help me become a better player all around and just be more prepared for it next year.
We'll go to Chris Gardner with the Houston Round Ball Review. Chris, go ahead with your question for Marcus.
Marcus, this is not to sound morbid, but have you taken any type of protection insurance-wise you got injured last year to protect your draft stock, to protect you.
Right.
Something happens this coming season.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you saying like insurance wise?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got insurance that I'm gonna go with this year to protect me, just in case I do get hurt. Hopefully not, God's willing. But yeah, I got one.
And what's your thoughts on the incoming guys like Jarris Walker, your new teammates?
It's gonna be fun and exciting to play with these guys. A new transfer we just got, and Jarris coming in, and Terrence coming in, Emmanuel. Just seeing these just like teaching these young guys, what it takes to play at Houston, teaching them the culture. And, they're very talented. So I feel like they'll help our team a lot and be a great addition to the team.
Thank you, Chris. We'll go to James Mueller from the Cougar. James, go ahead, please, with your question.
Yeah. Hey, Marcus, when you were going through this process, did you talk to guys like Quentin and Nate and maybe even Armani about sort of how they went through it? And did they give you any advice that you could share?
I talked to Quinn. I talked to Dejan about it too, and Nate. They was just telling me, go with my gut, but be smart about it. Everybody has their own story to write, and, they took their path. They just, gave me confidence and just told me, be myself. So they gave me a lot of good confidence. I got a lot of good feedback, but at the end of the day, I feel like it was just the best decision for me. And, it was different. It was a different route that they took, but yeah, like I said, everybody has their own path.
We'll go to Chancellor Johnson from KPRC. Chancellor, go ahead, please.
Congrats, Marcus, on your decision. For you, what was it like, seeing the excitement from the city and from, I'm sure your phone was blowing up as well. What type of reaction have you gotten from your teammates?
Just, loving, just I got a lot of people saying, happy for me to be back, excited for me to be back, excited for the team. My teammates, they hit me up as soon as I posted it, just telling me. I just told all of them, I love them. I love you. I love them. And they said they love me back. And just, having that good team connection, it just build chemistry going into this year, knowing what we could have did last year. Me and T-Mark was hurt, so us being healthy this year, getting to play with him again is going to be fun. Getting to play with Jamal again is going to be fun. Just going out here with these group of guys again, I think it's just going to be fun and exciting for this year.
We'll go back to Joseph Duarte. Joseph, go ahead.
Marcus, if I could just make sure on something at the beginning where you mentioned some of the doubt, was that going into the process, or was that doubt about where you may get drafted if you stayed in?
It was just the doubt the doubt about me getting drafted if I stayed in.
Did you feel like, from the, well, first of all, how many did you work out for several teams?
Yeah.
Or did you feel like, answering the questions like, how's your foot, stuff like that, that those were things that, that were important for you to get some resolution? Did you feel like you got those questions answered so that when people do look at you moving forward, that's no longer an issue? Yeah,
I feel like I had a lot of questions, a lot of interviews about my foot and things like that. But I had a X-ray, and the NBA doctors here, they took a look at my foot, and they just sent it out to all the teams, just saying he's 100% healthy now. So that's not a concern anymore about me.
We'll go to Chris Baldwin with Paper City Magazine. Chris, go ahead with your question for Marcus, please.
Hey, Marcus, what made you wait till today? And was there any thing in the last 24 hours or recently that shifted your thinking one way or?
Yeah, I was, like I said, I was really 50-50 this whole month. And then today just was it was a big decision day. And I worked out with Orlando this morning, flew back to Chicago, talked to my parents, talked to my agents, and just sat back and thought about it. And, it's no rush. Just going back, we just felt like that was going to be the best decision because, like I said, it ain't going to do nothing but improve my stock. It ain't going to do nothing but help me. And just going back to, to a winning program, is nothing better. Like, I was in a win-win situation either way. So just coming back, I felt like it was the best decision for me. And just coming back and having fun, really.
We'll go back to Mark Berman from Fox 26. Mark, go ahead, please.
Marcus, how much do you believe one more year with Kelvin and Kellen and Quantas and the staff is going to help you? And how much did that play a role in your decision to come back knowing you're going to get that year with them?
It played a big role, actually. Just I've been with them for 3 years, this going on fourth, and just the dedication that they put in with all their players for them to get better, and you can see the player development, with all of our guys really. So just seeing my growth from my freshman year to my junior year, I feel like it's just gonna keep skyrocketing for me to go back another year knowing the ropes, knowing what to do, and then them just pushing me to the limit every single day in practice. I feel like it ain't gonna do nothing but get me better and get me more prepared for the NBA.
We'll go back to Chancellor Johnson. Chancellor, go ahead, please.
Hey, Marcus, you just talked about, the expectations for the season. The type of talent that's coming in next year, the growth of Jamal and things like that. Well, how dangerous can this Houston Cougars team be next year?
I feel like we can be real dangerous, but it all's gonna start up. It's really just gonna start with just getting these new guys, introduced to the culture. I feel like that helps us win a lot of our games. It starts in practice. And just us, the veterans that's on the team, me, J1, Reggie, T-Mart, Jamal, like us just, lean by example, leading them every day, telling them what to do. Because, we've been there, we know what to do. And then just us playing our role, basically, not taking days off, because we know where we want to go, we know where we need to be, and we know the expectations. So it's just the quicker we get our, newer guys to buy into the culture and things like that, I feel like we'll be real dangerous coming into the season.
We'll go to Andy Yanez, please. Andy, please go ahead.
Hey, Marcus, you just said that earlier today you were in Orlando and you were working out. I'd imagine you were working out for the Magic, correct?
Yeah.
Was that more for just to get specific feedback from them, or was there anything that they could have told you that might have factored into the decision, or what was the workout kind of going into that?
It was a workout that was scheduled right after our pro day. So just going into it, I was just going in really clearing my mind, just to work out, get better, compete with the guys that was there. And, the feedback was just the extra. But it wasn't really, a deciding factor. It was just, I had to, like I said, I was 50-50 up to today, really. So after we just sat down and talked about it, we found out that we felt like this was the best situation, but the Magic workout wasn't like a deciding factor or nothing like that.
Got time for a few more questions here, guys. Everyone, sorry. We will go back to Chris Baldwin, please. Chris, go ahead.
Marcus, have you had a chance to see sort of the reaction, fan reaction, to your post, and did that influence you at all, going in, having, U of H fans, come up to you and, reach out on social media and stuff like that?
Yeah, I seen the first 2 minutes and then I cut my phone off, but I know it's always love in Houston. That's why I feel like playing in Houston is one of the best, best cities to play in because of the love that you get inside the city, and then just, them being there supporting us no matter what. I seen a lot of people say we're going to support you no matter what decision you make. And, you got people like that on your side, that's real love in the city. So it's always good to come back to a college where, you got fans that got your back.
We'll go back to Chancellor Johnson. Chancellor, go ahead, please.
Marcus, you talked about some of the factors of you coming back. I know the NIL is still fairly new. How nice is it to know that you can come back and now get paid, at the college level and still be able to, to make money while you play without having to worry about going pro for right now?
I'd say it's just, a good addition to it. Of course, people always say money, it's about the money or stuff like that. But for me, it's really not about the money. That's why I just say it's a good, addition. I'm glad they put it in for the players. Just bring more hype around you, and just help you out a little bit on the financial side. So I just say it's a good addition to it.
I got time for 2 more questions here, everyone. One of them will go to Joseph Duarte. Joseph, go ahead, please.
Marcus, your family is no stranger to decisions like this and going into the NBA. I'm curious, did any of your uncles or anybody have any advice or something that stood out for you during this process that helped you, navigate some of the things that you were faced with?
Yeah, I talk to my mom and dad almost every day about it. them just, knowing what's best for me, but also letting me, be a man and make my own decision. Them just giving me tips and points here. And then my uncle, he just told me a lot of things, about the NBA. He was in the NBA. So just telling me, also what's best for me. And then, of course, I had my granny and pawpaw, they raised them that made it to the NBA. So they also helped them with their decisions. So they gave me their little 2 cents too. But I feel like my family did a good job, letting me, decide by myself. But, just trying to give me tips and points to keep my head on straight, not leaning one way or the other. But that's what I'm real grateful for them, to help me and have my back in this process. But like I said, I feel like they did a good job just letting me choose myself.